Hello and welcome back to Core. If you recall, no. Hello and welcome back to Core. We will be continuing where we left off on day 3. If you recall, we went exercising with Mike and almost did something in the middle of the living room and then discovered that someone is smoking right outside a window. Who that might be, revealed today. We'll just have to wait and see. So let's continue and yeah. So let's continue and see what happens. Okay, I ignored Gus earlier, so I guess I'll go with him. I'm kidding, I like Gus. I'll come with you. Plus, it also seems sort of messed up if I decide not to go with Gus, being that he's the friend I've known the longest. So yeah, let's go with Gus. I'll come with you. I haven't seen Gus today, and I'm sure it'll be fun with you two. Look at Robert escaping his responsibilities. You're just jealous he chose us this time. Well, I love spending time with you guys to begin with. I see how it is. Okay, Mike will remember this. Come on, it's not like you two need help to clean the house. At least, I don't think Hector can complain. You have Mike on your side after all. I know you're thinking that he'll work faster than me, so I won't do as much. But I'm not going to let him sneak his way out of this. We'll pray for you, Hector. We'll always remember you. I'm not going to die because of this. Just watch. I would, but I think Gus is about to get here, so we should get ready to go. Alright, have fun out there. I nod my head before heading to Mike and Faust's room for a second. I take a few minutes to brush my teeth. Make sure I smell great. Yep, I'll check. Time to go meet Gus. Once I'm out there, Mike and Hector are nowhere to be seen, probably looking for cleaning supplies. The ones that are there are Faust and Edward, waiting for me apparently. There you are. Seems like Gus is waiting for us on the street behind the house. Ah, he's already here? That's fast. He probably came here by car. He picked me up the first day when I was shopping. Faust takes a quick glance at me, but once he sees me look back at him, he stops his train of thought. I figure Ed is going to look worried about this, but instead he's calm and smiling. Well, if that's the case, we can say I get carsick. You don't have to, it'll be fine. I can tell he's speechless right now, but I mean, at some point, we have to face it. In fact, I already faced it and it was fine. I don't want to give it more power than it already has. Alright, I get it. He doesn't say anything else, showing me a reassuring smile, before we head out, over the street where Gus is waiting for us. He waves the moment he sees us, standing next to his car just as we thought. I feel a knot in my throat for a second, but I ignore it, moving on. I've had enough of this feeling. Hey guys, it's been a day, but I've already missed you. Gus steps closer to us, but instead of going for me or Ed, he hugs Faust first. And strangely enough, it doesn't take him by surprise. Instead, he hugs him back naturally. You'd think they've been friends for years. I'd figure you'd like hugs more than these two, and I guess I was right. Surprising. Nice to see you again too. He flashes a toothy grin at him before turning to us, hugging us with each arm. I'm glad to see you two are still doing more than fine. Always. He lets us go before turning around to look at Faust too. So, I don't know if you guys had plans or something. No, Ed said you told him you had something in mind for us. That's right. I see the others aren't coming though. They decided to stay at the house and clean it while we were gone, yes. Okay, I just want to show you guys this place, mostly. We can come back some other time with the others. Gus, please, let's not repeat yesterday. Tell us where we're going. I really feel tempted not to. Gus, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I just want to show you a cool place that opens at night. I see, but it's not night yet, so it'll be closed? Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to show it to you. But if you like what you see, you'll all want to come back. Alright, there's no point in us standing here then. Take us there. Oh, is it too far or...? It's 10 minutes away from here by walking. We could take the car, but I kinda wanna walk with you instead. Well, that was convenient. But I wonder if that's the actual reason, or if he's noticed something. Whatever the case, Gus leads the group while we follow him. I've been walking all day, but I won't complain for some more. You sure are active lately. I'm not sure I've seen you walk so much in Moorland. It's because I know where I'm going when I'm there. Exploring isn't as fun, and I also don't have the time for it. You seem to be a busy guy. I get why you want to take so many pictures now. Oh, absolutely. This is my first time outside of Moorland after all. Ah, your very first? Must be nice. I'm pretty sure Mike has taken some vacations with his family at some point, and I think Hector goes to the mountains every winter. So I guess it was about time, right? I'm not really complaining here. You know what would be nice? If Gus could come visit us at some point too. We'd show him around the big city. It'd be so cool. I agree with Ed, but again, his words cause a reaction in Gus. I'm not sure what, but he hides it under his smile. I'd love to. I'm dying to leave this town. Interesting. I don't think I want to leave this place if I lived here. I guess we're living proof of wanting to move from the place that we've been living all of our life, huh? I never thought that'd be a thing to bond about, but, makes me wonder if they're just overthinking it, or if they actually feel like that. I don't have time to think about it though, since Gus soon points to a closed store. No, it's not a store, it looks like some kind of beach bar. The windows that will let you see inside are covered by curtains or plants, so it's hard to see, but it looks spacious inside. That being said, there are several tables outside, and right next to each table is a big parasol that looks like a tropical tree. This is very modern. I'm surprised to see a place like this in Core, but I guess we are kind of close to the modern part of the town. Ta-da! This is the place that I wanted to show you, the After Sun. After Sun? Is this like a pub or a disco or something? Something like that. I mean, they do play music at night and all, but it's mostly a place to have a drink and chill. I come here from time to time to relax. Sometimes I even meet some people and all. It looks interesting, but do they only serve alcohol? Nah, they have some interesting drinks, but you can ask for normal or even non-alcoholic drinks. Even those are super good though. You really seem to like this place. I didn't think you'd be so comfortable in a place like this. And all that about meeting people. He doesn't confirm or deny anything. Instead, he just grins, putting his hands behind his head. I don't know what you two are talking about. I feel like he knows the owners, like he's a regular. Don't call me out like that. I guess I'm good at figuring people out. Okay, enough teasing. I wanted to show you this place because I'd like to come here with all of you at some point. Well, since alcohol is optional, I'll be fine with that, and I'm sure Hector would be too. I guess you two don't drink then. I can drink, but drunk me can be a bit problematic, so I usually try not to. Flashbacks of that party. I don't think anyone was ready for it, not even Ed. Okay, now you gotta tell me what happened. Maybe another time. Maybe when we come here. I'll remember. As for Hector, he just doesn't handle alcohol too well. Besides, he says he hates the taste. I'm also not a huge fan of drinking either, but I'm not opposed to it. Faust likes to look over all of us when we drink in any social situation. He's like the responsible dad that drives you home when you're too drunk to drive. I don't know if you're trying to tease me, but I take pride in that. Whatever the case, I'm okay with coming here one of these days. It could be fun. It only opens at night though, right? Yeah, it's a nocturnal place, but again, it's worth it. Then how about coming here after we spend a day at the beach together? That sounds like fun! Swimming and playing in the sand and then chilling outside together. I'm already looking forward to it. We'll have to wait for the sea to not be as frozen as it is right now, though. I'm pretty sure that'll change in a couple of days. Weather's starting to warm up. Then we have a plan to do it in a few days. Ah, speaking of that, Gus raises a finger to get our attention, as if he's a teacher all of a sudden. I've been planning something to do together in 2 days, so don't make any plans for them. Ah, here we go again. Can we know what you're planning? Nope. That is actually a secret. I hate you. You've piqued my interest, but I'll wait. I'm sure it'll be worth waiting for. You don't know that because you don't know what the plan is. You really can't handle surprises at all, man. And people love me because of it. By the way, if the plan happens, you should make some sandwiches or something to bring with you. You'll probably spend most of the day outside. Ah, so it's a trip somewhere. It won't be too far from here though, right? Well, it's outside of Core, but really close. We can get there by bus in an hour. Ah, got it. I can handle an hour in a bus. Great. So that's mostly all I wanted to talk about with y'all. Oh, so we're done for today? If you're willing to wait for a few hours, we could have a drink here. That being said, it'll get late by then, and Mike and I still have to get some dinner ready. Not to mention, they're probably working hard at home. We should get back to them to make sure that they didn't break anything. I guess you're right. It's fine. We haven't promised to hang out tomorrow, though. Hmm? Oh, right. Faust wasn't here when Gus mentioned he wanted to eat that chocolate he gave us in the store at night. It's a thing reserved for the core boys. Ah, so I'll be forced to spend some time with the other two. I see how it is. As if you hated that. Alright, we gotta head back before it gets dark. We agree with Gus as we make our way back. The conversation continues naturally, but that causes Ed and Faust to talk about their own things in front of us, leading the group. That leaves Gus and I behind, but we don't seem to mind, just listening to them being nerdy about some comic or story. By the way, Rob, Gus gets my attention because he mentions my name, but he speaks in such a low tone of voice that I wouldn't have picked up on it otherwise. I guess you two know already, but it's better to have confirmation and all that. But you and Ed are more than welcome to spend the night at my place if you need to, for whatever reason. Oh, that's a bit out of nowhere, but it's a nice offer. I mean, it's really appreciated, but as we mentioned, we already paid for our rooms at the beach house. I know. Just thought I'd remind you two. It's no problem from my part as long as it's not from yours. Thanks, Gus. I mean it. He pats my back in reply before we ready his car. Gus separates from us while he waves his hand, and we do the same. Alright, have a nice night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks. Sleep well, Gus. The otter smiles at us again before opening the car door and getting inside. We decide to continue heading on our way back, since it's starting to get dark now. Soon enough, we're back at the house. Seems like both Mike and Hector worked pretty hard, because I can't even see a grain of sand on the floor. They seem to be watching TV in the living room, sitting on the couch. Ed doesn't find anything suspicious, so I'm assuming they really were productive. I can't believe Mike somehow managed to convince Hector to do stuff. I sit next to them on the couch, the tired feeling invading me the moment I start to relax. I find myself tired again, not paying attention to the conversations that are happening around me. My guess is that all of that last-minute walking tired me out completely. My energy reserves are in the red now. Dinner happens and I think Faust was the one cooking tonight. I wasn't paying too much attention outside of the TV, but I think I saw Mike more often than Faust around. I know the conversation goes around what we've done in the afternoon and all that, but I feel too out of it to join in right now. Instead, I focused on eating and thinking. Today was a weird day, to be honest. Yet I feel like I haven't done that much compared to the previous days. I did some exercise with Mike at the beach. If anything, I feel extra tired because of that, even if all we did was stretches and running. That being said, Mike did say a few interesting things about me and about himself. I didn't know he was so comfortable talking about sexual stuff with me, but was it just him being comfortable? It felt like he was completely okay with the idea of us banging, or am I making things up? God, I'm not supposed to feel like this. Mike is a friend, and I shouldn't think of friends this way. But I like the thought of that. I can't deny it. Would that really be okay? Would that be okay? Rob, are you okay? Ed shakes my shoulder in a caring way since he's sitting next to me. I guess he noticed how silent I'm being, but is trying not to bring the others' attention to me. Yeah, sorry. I think I'm just more tired than I thought. I see. We've all had a busy day after all, but you also didn't sleep that well. I'll make sure we all leave the living room soon, so you can sleep without us around. I appreciate it, but don't worry too much. If I get sleepy while I chill with you, I'll let you know. I'll keep that in mind then. He shows me a toothy, sincere smile before joining in on the conversation with the others. It's nice to know that it won't keep me up, but to be honest, I'd like to check on Gus before I sleep. We did that yesterday and it was nice. It's Ed's turn to wash the dishes after dinner, while the rest of us sit on the couch to watch some TV together. It's almost part of our routines, apparently. I definitely don't mind, but I'm admittedly feeling very tired. I should say goodnight to everyone and... Where are you going? I look up to see Faust is standing up and heading to the main door. Mike looks confused, but I can also hear some concern in his inner tone. I also feel a sharp sound, but this one's coming from Faust. I just need some fresh air. I guess I'm going to fall asleep if I just sit here without doing anything. I never thought you'd be that kind of outdoor guy. You spent most of the day outside after all. I think it's this place. I like looking at the sky at night. Another distortion in his tone, although very subtle. He's not telling the whole truth. Well, alright, but don't take too long, okay? Hey, a reminder that yesterday you took Robert with you for a night walk. I'll be fine. Mike doesn't respond. Instead, he lowers his ears, looking defeated. I guess he really can't say anything against that. However, Faust's behavior feels off, and I can't act like I don't hear his inner tone. I just don't know why I'd feel like... That thought. I was feeling better about it, but it's back now, stronger. I was trying not to think too much about it, but now that the possibility is there, I can't just ignore it. I'm going to head out too, okay? I'm feeling way too sleepy, but I don't want to go to bed yet. Ah yes, you've been too quiet today. I guess that explains it. Mike smiles at me as he says that before looking worried again, just like before. If you can, make sure Faust is doing okay, I'm sure he is, but you know. Little does he know I'm about to do just that. I nod my head and he lets me go, focusing his attention back on the TV. I stand up too close before heading to the kitchen, tapping on the wall so that Ed can hear me. Just in case, I'm heading out for a bit. Alright, I heard, but thanks for letting me know. He turns his head to look at me as he washes the dishes, grinning. I respond with a calm smile before heading out. Now, if what I'm suspecting is true, I know exactly where Faust is. However, I don't go there immediately. If he just went there, he probably hasn't lit one up yet. I sigh, stepping down the stairs and staying there so that the others can't see me through the door. Then I wait there for a minute. I feel like this is wrong. Like I'm getting somewhere I'm not supposed to get. But I also know that if I don't investigate this, it's going to annoy me. I can feel my nose wrinkle. There's something in the air. A hint of... smoke? It's faint from here, but I think the wind is helping me smell it. I'm pretty sure he's smoking now. I put my hands in my pockets and head to the back side of the house where the bathroom window is. And, as I thought, Faust is there, but his back is turned to me. I can see, however, a small plume of smoke rising into the air above him. I clear my throat, which catches him by surprise. His scales change color, and I can hear a very loud spike sound when he hears me, so I must have surprised him. Enough to activate his power, apparently. He turns around, looking almost angry before he sees me. His surprised look comes back once he realizes I'm here. His cigarette falls to the ground, though, and he steps on it, hoping I didn't see it, probably. Robert! Sorry, it wasn't my intention to scare you so much that I'd force you to change colors. I don't remember your power being reactionary. God. Ugh. This'll take a few minutes to go back to normal. It's alright, though. You just scared me. I wonder why. He looks away at first, as if he's thinking of some excuse, but at some point, he seems to stare back at me with a serious look. I guess there's no point in hiding it if you're here. I wasn't expecting someone to come. To be fair, if it wasn't for Mike dropping his shampoo bottle through the window this afternoon, I wouldn't have known either. Does Mike know? I don't know. I don't think so. He'd be really disappointed if he saw me smoking again. He really looks guilty. He sounds guilty. His inner tone sounds guilty. You've been using your power too, haven't you? You know I try not to, but it's a passive thing. I just can't stop it. So I was right. There's no point in lying to you. You'll just hear the lie. Sorry, I really try not to, but it's really hard when it sounds like an instrument missing a key. It's really jarring. I know you really... No, whatever. I know you're really doing your best, and it's not like it's a bad thing either. We all know that you can do that, after all. I agree that I don't feel too proud of having this power, but I was born with it, and I can't change it. Same way Faust can't change his. Speaking of, his scales are changing back to normal. How does it work exactly? You can just change your colors when you get scared, like any colors? No, it's hard to explain. I have control over it. If I don't use ether, I won't change colors, right? As Faust explains, he rests his back against the house, then sits down and pats the ground next to him. I follow and sit next to him. I still want him to explain why he is smoking again, but this'll probably calm him down before that. But sometimes you just lose control over it. It's like... He sighs before smiling, looking slightly embarrassed for some reason. It's like when you get scared and you fart because you got scared. I start laughing when I hear him say that, and I can hear he's joining me. I understand what he means, but I wasn't expecting that example. Faust, please. It happens to everyone. Don't be a dick. I'm trying to explain it. I get it. Don't worry. But that was funny. It was, yes. So you can control it. But if you get surprised enough, it activates? Yes. It hasn't happened a lot, but yes. See, mine is different. I have no control over it. With time, I've learned to ignore it, so it's kind of something I hear in the background. But if a reaction is too strong, all I can do is act like I didn't hear it. What if you stop absorbing ether then? I mean, if it bothers you that much, maybe it's a good alternative. If it's that bad, there's a place that can help you remove that option for you. I'm not sure I'd like that. I've learned to live with it, and I'd feel weird if it wasn't there. Besides, forcing your body not to absorb ether from the ambience is like not drinking water on purpose. I tried, but the body doesn't like it. It's almost like withdrawal, I guess. That was a good segue to talk about what you wanted, Robert. Nice. He seems to catch it too, since he looks away at the ground. Are you angry that I'm smoking? I know I shouldn't, but it bothered me. I saw a cigarette on the floor this afternoon and I thought it could be someone that wasn't us. But then I noticed that you've been leaving a lot, especially around this time, and it clicked. Shit, I was planning on stopping it 2 days. I stare at the ground like he does, joining him. He doesn't want to be on the spot, but he's not running away from this either. Why are you smoking again, Faust? I know it's none of my business, but it really isn't. I turned my head to look at him, surprised that he'd responded like that. He sounded pretty frustrated, but his expression relaxed shortly after. Sorry, it's been tough, but it's not an excuse to be rude to you. It's okay. I just want to know if it's because of me. I feel a knot in my throat as I say that, but I have to be honest. I think this bothers me so much because I believe it's because of me. Not entirely, but I'd be lying if I said the whole situation didn't affect me either. He quotes with his fingers when he says situation. The knot gets bigger. I'm feeling the urge to cry, but I hold it back, hugging my legs. It affected all of us, but don't blame yourself for it, please. I feel his hand on my knee, but I can't look at him. I feel like if I move, I'll lose the strength not to cry right now. I'm tired of crying. We're all dealing with it the best we can, especially you. We're here for you no matter what. I know that, but I'm also worried about you guys too. I hear his tone change, and I know I hit a sensitive subject with that. What's the point of saying that you'll be here for me if you're going to hurt yourself again? I mean, smoking, not... Sorry, I'm not thinking straight right now, because I'm gay. I know what you meant, don't worry. You know I'd never do that. His tone is calm as he says that, reassuring. Still, I still can't help but lean towards Faust, resting my head on his shoulder. He wraps his arm around me, and it feels comforting. We're both doing our best. I guess this is my way to deal with the anxiety. For some reason, smoking calms me down, helps me sleep better without dreaming too much. A lot of things have happened lately, not only the obvious, but my situation with my family is not the best. It hasn't been the best for some time. Ever since my parents broke up, I barely see my mom. We still talk and message each other, but she's living her own life. I'm happy for her overall. My dad, on the other hand, is isolating himself from his work. I work there with him, helping him when I can. I've always done that. But other than a working relationship, there's almost nothing. I can't even ask him how he's doing without him yelling at me. Living alone helped me, but I'm admittedly worried about him, even if he hasn't been the best dad. And then there's the whole situation with Mike. I try not to, but I feel so guilty that he got stabbed, even if it ended up being nothing. But I spent those 2 days in the hospital with him. His grip on me tightens, not enough to hurt me, but I can tell he's trying not to cry now. Fuck, we shouldn't have gone to that stupid bar. It was a bad idea. You weren't in the mood, but we convinced you, and then those assholes. Faust. I should have defended you two better. I should have told Mike the plan wasn't good. I should have... Faust. Hey. I place my hand on his shoulder, trying to get his attention. It feels like he forgot I was there. Again, he doesn't look at me, but he stops rambling. I can tell this is weighing heavily on his mind, and it's also on my mind, but... Mike is fine, Faust. We talked yesterday and he doesn't want us to feel guilty. He made that choice and he doesn't seem to regret it. I figured. That idiot accepts every mistake he makes. It's admirable, but he could avoid a lot of them if he thought things out more often. But then our Mike wouldn't be our Mike, would he? He stays silent for a few seconds, but I managed to make him smile. It's a sad smile, but it's something. Yes, he's a lovable idiot whether I want it or not. That's strange. I'm trying not to cheat here, but I notice a change in his inner tone when he says that. It felt more friendly somehow. He's going to hate me if he finds out that I've been smoking again. That's a strong word. I'm sure he wouldn't. I don't know. We've had big arguments because of it. He's the reason I stopped smoking in the first place. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, it's bad for my health. He's right. I shouldn't depend on it to feel better. It's just, very hard, especially lately. There's a heavy silence after he says that. He's right. Things are rough, but we're trying our best. But is our best enough? Ed, Mike, and Hector seem to be handling it well. But seeing Faust like this, a thought comes through my mind. It's an idea. Not a good one, but fuck this. Can I have one? What? If you're going to smoke, I want one too. What the fuck are you talking about, Robert? He lets me go, looking annoyed. I knew he would get mad, but I was also hoping he wouldn't. I want to know if I'd feel better smoking too. It's only fair. No, shut up. He snaps back at me, serious and cold, but calm. It forces me to look at him, worried that I fucked up more than I thought. Don't say that again. Don't ever think about it. God, if Mike heard you right now, he'd punch you. You know that, right? Then why is it fair that you're fucking doing it? If it makes you feel better, why can't I? It's not healthy, you dumbass. Then what the fuck are you doing smoking? My words reach him. I can tell he feels hurt, but he needs this. Ironic, coming from me, who actually wanted a cigarette. Follow your own advice, huh? I know I should do that. I know I should stop. I guess I'm just weak, Robert. I try to act tough, like I'll take care of everyone, but I'm just weak. Stop that. What? Stop saying that. I normally handle this more carefully, but I'm not in the mood to hold back. I don't want him saying that. You're not weak for having moments when you're not strong. You're one of the most mature people that I've ever met, and you're stronger than you think. I won't let you talk shit about yourself. If I'm strong, and I know I am, I know you are even stronger. Rob. I don't really have anything else to add to that. I feel my arms and legs tremble a bit as I hug them. I'm nervous, I'm angry, and I felt like crying for a while. However, his inner tone calms down after this. I hear him sigh before petting my head. If I wasn't so emotionally drained, I think I'd blush. It's hard to believe in yourself sometimes. I guess I haven't been the strongest self for a while. But I'm allowed to be weak, right? Of course you are. We all are. I feel like I acted like a child today for feeling bad that we weren't spending time together. But I noticed, and instead of sulking about it, I chose to do something else. We can be weak because we have others to help us when we do. I believe in that. You really are going to become a good psychiatrist one day. That makes me smile. Jerk. I lean against his shoulder again, and he hugs me with both of his arms this time. Thank you. I think I needed that slap on my face. I'll be happy to slap your face whenever you want. Don't tempt your luck now. He snickers as he says that, and I'm glad to hear the mood is finally less heavy. I'm glad to see Faust is giving himself a break. It might be momentary, but that's why we're all here. Well, all of us that can be here. I'm going to do my best not to smoke again. I don't want to disappoint you or Mike again, and I need to face how I feel without smoking. If you feel the urge again, you can ask me or Mike for help. I'll try my best. No, actually, I'll do my best. That's the spirit. He lets me go, but I don't for a few more seconds. After that, I stand up, stretching my back and arms. I won't tell Mike about this as long as you don't smoke again, so don't worry about it. I appreciate that, but I might tell him myself at some point. Didn't you say he'd feel disappointed if he found out? Well, if I want to do things right, it's precisely why I have to tell him. I'm trying to be better, but I don't want to hide my mistakes either. Alright, I get that. But why do you feel you have to tell Mike? I mean, I get that you two are super close, but I'd figure this is kind of a private thing for you. You're right. But we've known each other for a long time. I feel like he'd rather hear it from me rather than someone saying something accidentally. I see. I think I get it. He'd appreciate it, especially if you're trying harder now. I still feel like it's strange that he has to tell him, but I decide not to push the subject anymore. I'm way too tired from all of these emotions today. Alright, I'm probably going to head in and get ready for bed. I'm dead tired right now. True, I forgot about that. Sorry for tiring you out with all of this. Hey, I'm the one who came out here after all, and I don't mind if I could help a bit. He doesn't respond immediately, as if he's still thinking about things, but he ends up smiling at me. I think you have. I still need to get my head used to the fact that I'm not going to smoke anymore. His smile fades after that, and I can tell he's debating on if he should tell me something. I want to just go to sleep, but I need to make sure he'll be fine. What's on your mind now? After all we've talked about, there's no point in holding back. I don't want to ruin the trip with a sour mood because I need to smoke, so I might get one if I really need it. But I promise, it's so I can gradually quit. If I just stop smoking, my body won't take it well. I... Hmm. I'm not comfortable with that. It feels like an excuse. But it's true that withdrawal is something that needs to be handled carefully. I try to get rid of the negative thoughts I'm having right now, so I can focus on him. Alright, I trust you, Faust. I really do. Thank you. His voice sounds weak, but I can't focus on that for too long before he hugs me. Maybe too tight for my comfort, but I can't and I won't fight it. I promise I'll stop. I'll show you that I can be the guy I want to be for all of you. I know, big guy. I can feel I'm starting to tear up, so I hug him closer to stop myself. I'm trying too, so let's do our best. The hug continues for a few minutes, but we let each other go after a while. The others will start to suspect something is fishy if we don't go back soon. Faust mentions that we should have gone in separately, but since Mike knew I was going to talk to him, I decide against it. No one really questions us, which seems to calm Faust down. After a while of idle chat, I decide to speak up. My head is starting to hurt, so I think I'm going to sleep, guys. Ah, alright. We should go too then, so you can rest. Ah, the cons of sleeping on the couch. You have to kick everyone out to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea right about now, Mike. No kicking needed. You've had a busy day. I guess we'll just go to bed. Besides, he'll need the rest for tomorrow. Right, Ed and I have a date with Gus. Without us? Yeah, it's a three-way date only. Yes, that was a joke. Hector, don't follow it up. Wow, I feel attacked. When will the secret meeting happen? I'm asking to see if we should make plans while you're away. After dinner, we used to have those sometimes when we were kids. But enough chat, I need to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? It's not my intention to literally make them go away, but okay, I'm lying. It really is my intention. I wait for everyone to go to their rooms before I change to my pajamas and lay down on the couch. I close my eyes and I know that I'm about to fall asleep almost immediately. My phone rings. Who? I pick it up, confused. Hey, sorry, I didn't wake you up, right? Yes? Yes, that I woke you up, or that I didn't? Yes. Oh no, I'm sorry, I just wanted to wish you a good night, man. That's cute. Thanks. My brain is not doing the best job keeping up, and I almost fall asleep again because he takes too long to reply. You're the cute one. Come on. You're even giving me a conversation while half asleep. I want to sleep. Haha, alright, sorry. Hope you rest well. Thanks. Hey, Ja. He hangs up before I can tell him. I'm too tired. I need to sleep. Robert? Are you falling asleep? What? Who? Me? Nah. I mean, I get that it's super soon in the morning, but the sun's not even out yet. Little details that don't matter. Alright, if you don't want me to fall asleep while I listen to music with my super awesome headphones that I got for you, yes, I already thanked you, you dork, but you need to give me some conversation. Hmm, what if I tell you where we're going? You would do that? Really? I mean, we're almost at the hot springs by now, so... Wait, what? Well, you've been working and studying so hard lately, I figured you could use some time with me outside of Moreland. You know, just the two of us, relaxing in the hot springs, a beautiful view of the starry sky. That sounds amazing, but did you pay for... Don't ask me questions you don't want the answer to. I'm doing this for you, cutie. I love you. I love you too. And that's the end of day 3. So I take it this mystery person might have been, or could be, or might have been, Robert's significant other. And given that they might not be in the picture anymore, unless it happens to be one of the other people and you just have to pick out who you're going to be on this mystery date with eventually. But I take it that this person is no longer in the picture. Because, I mean, it's not showing who it is. And they all have like this little thing going on between them. And aside from the whole stabbing part, there seems to be something else going on that they're all like holding in. And yeah, I'm gonna go with the theory that this is somebody else. Anywho, so what do you guys think of day 3 of core? Um, I probably spent too much time with Mike. I like Mike. I can't help it. Also, those armband things. I thought they were literally like those armbands that well you mostly see basketball players wear them for like the sweat, and I literally thought, oh, he's just wearing 4 armbands because he's weird like that. But it turns out that they're tattoos, which I guess is fine because you also see people with like armband tattoos. But okay then, now that I know what they are. Um. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching slash listening. If you would like to play core yourself, there will be a link down in the description. If you would like to support the group, there will be a link down for their Patreon. And if you would like to follow their Twitter, there will be a link down for that too. And I guess that's it for now, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.